That's not a problem.
Okay.
But you all can follow this?
Yeah, I'll get it on my phone.
I could probably play, but
Yeah.
If you can play, then try, no problem.
As you like.
Yes.
we don't need our
कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे ऋणापेक्षायति दीना गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया
करो ये दासे ऋणापेक्षायति दीना।
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Ranga Karuna
what we shall discuss. I was thinking so many things are coming into my mind. So you tell me, what do you think we should discuss?
My daughter said she likes to hear pastimes.
Huh?
She said she likes to hear Leela. She likes to hear pastimes. It can be a problem.
No problem, she will listen to the pastimes. There is a lot of time. Next.
Trivandrum, the singer.
We should say something about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. So yesterday we celebrated disappearance day. Yesterday we celebrated Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Yes.
Yes.
Srila Prabhupada, he performed the pastime of disappearance in 1936, 31st of December. So it's in the midnight, some count it as 37th, 1st January, and some count it as 36th, 31st December. So it was on that day, and that tithi falls yesterday. So devotees are fortunate that they could celebrate Tiruvah Tithi of Srila Prabhupada. There are so many things regarding his life, but mainly as a devotee or a person who is aspiring to be a devotee, they should learn so many things from his divine life. He taught us that how we have to be submissive towards Sri Guru and Guru Parampara. And also he taught us how we can see, how to identify the spiritual master. Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he used to live, alone, with no one around him, and he would not even accept anything from no friends, no gifts, nothing. One devotee came to him and gave him nice, beautiful blanket, and they just gave it to him, and he hung the blanket onto the tree, and now below the tree he is sitting and chanting Harinam. Someone was asking him, why you did that? You are not using it. He said, when the cold came to me, it saw the blanket and ran away, saying that this person is protected because he has blanket. He would make joke in that way, and he would not accept anything and simply sit on the bank of river Ganga and then focus only on his chanting. Sometimes he would sit inside the broken boats which you will find here and there on the bank of river Ganga, and then sit inside and then chant Harinam silently. He would not mix with anyone, he would not go out here and there, nothing. But Prabhupada identified him. The first time when Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur told him you should go to Navadvip and take shelter of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, when he came to Godrum, he saw Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj rolling on the ground on the path of Godrum and crying, loudly, and then singing this Kirtan, Kathai Go Premamayi Radhe Radhe. This was the Kirtan actually originally sung by Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj in the mood of Raghunath Das Goswami. This separation, that feeling of separation was felt by Raghunath Das Goswami, and he is crying loudly saying that Kathai Go Premamayi Radhe Radhe. Tomar Kangal Tomai Dake Radhe Radhe, because I want you, so I'm just crying. And I'm calling out loudly, Hey Radhe, where are you, please? And following the same mood, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is also, he is rolling on the path of Godrum and crying loudly and singing this Kirtan. Those who are intelligent people, they always carry book and pen with them. And Srila Prabhupada, in his bag he has the book and the pen. Immediately he took out and he started writing the whole Kirtan. He has written the Kirtan listening from Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And then when he saw in the first glance, he realized that yes, he is my spiritual master. And the way he sees, like someone asked him, how you accepted him as your Gurudev? He said, I have met so many scholars in the whole world. I traveled to various places. Of course, Srila Prabhupada traveled to so many places and gave so many discourses and he participated in so many events. So he met very amazing scholars around the country. But he said, I have never met a scholar like my Gurudev. How? He speaks whole Siddhanta in one word. He speaks in very few words. In very limited words, if you can convey the broad message, that's more special. And what Srila Prabhupada says, one time one great scholar later known as Srila Bhakti Pradeep Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, he came to Navadvip to attend one meeting here. And then when he came to Navadvip, he brought one watermelon and offered it to Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and Srila Babaji Maharaj asked him, how come you are here? He said, I am here for a meeting and I came here with a return ticket, so I have to leave now. And Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he says, the one who comes to the Dham never returns. Srila Prabhupada, he says this, he took this as one of the things out of the many, and he is speaking on this. We all know, but we have no realization. He speaks with realization. What the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhamam paramam mama. If you ever get the chance to come to the holy Dham, make sure that you will never return. One who comes to the Dham and one whose consciousness it is there that I have to leave this place, means you have never entered into the holy Dham. If you ever get the chance and if you are here, and then when your mind says, oh now I have to leave, now I have to leave, means you have never entered into the holy Dham. Inspired by these words of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, later Srila Bhakti Pradeep Tirtha Goswami Maharaj took shelter of Srila Prabhupada and also Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So he says, my Gurudev is such a great scholar. He knows everything. He knows all the deep Siddhantas. And then he decided to take shelter as instructed by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He was rejected for almost 12 to 13 times by Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. In his life we can see how to identify the spiritual master and how to take shelter, how we have to surrender, which are basically very important for every sadhak. If not, for so many things our heart is broken. Our heart broke so quickly. Srila Prabhupada is not an ordinary personality. In fact, we can say he is non-different from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu wanted to give to the world was very nicely, very well given by Srila Prabhupada himself. Whatever Mahaprabhu started, his mission, it was very nicely accomplished by Srila Prabhupada. And the place where Mahaprabhu performed his disappearance pastime from this world, and there only by the will of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada appeared and he continued that legacy. and he spread it to the whole world. He was not an ordinary personality. He was such a kind of personality for whom even Jagannath himself stopped and he waited for 3 days. We see Jagannath Rath, it stops for 1 day, 1 night or something, and the next day it starts again. We see that quite often in the park sometimes. But right outside his house, it stopped for 3 days continuously, not moving. It's not an ordinary thing. And then on the 3rd day, when Srila Prabhupada came out of the house and then went to offer pranams to Lord Jagannath, his garland falls on him is not an ordinary thing. You can see so many such miraculous things happen during the appearance of Srila Prabhupada. And now we can see how he was rejected by such a great scholar, Prabhupada. He was given the title Siddhanta Saraswati. He defeated so many people in their baseless arguments with his strong command on Vedic scriptures. Being such a great personality. Now what he does, he goes to Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj and he is begging for shelter. Today people, they don't have anything, even common sense, Only thing they have is arrogance and ignorance. Still they consider themselves to be much superior. And here Srila Prabhupada, being highly qualified, much qualified than so many people, so many great scholars, even scholars were carrying him on the palanquin, giving the title Siddhanta Saraswati. Such a great personality, and he is now, begging for shelter from Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Still he was rejected 13 times, 12 to 13 times, saying no. Oh. Every time he goes, he was like sent back, no. But he also made the vow that no, definitely I will take shelter of Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj only. He is my spiritual master. That's it. And at the end, Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he says, Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj is very strict. He is very strict and very powerful. One person wanted to speak Bhagavad Katha in front of Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. He says, I want to speak some Bhagavad Katha in front of you. He said, okay. And then he was sitting there and giving Bhagavad Katha for all 7 days. Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj was also sitting there chanting Harinam nicely. After 7th day, Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj is calling all these people and he says, put some cow dung and cow urine here and purify this place. Everyone was surprised that how can he say like this? We had nice Bhagavad Katha here. And Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj says, I haven't heard any Harikatha here. Then what did you hear? He says, I only heard one word. That is Katha. Taka. Taka. You know Taka?
Money.
Means money. This was what Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj says. That I haven't heard any Harikatha here happened. I only heard one word, that Taka. Even though people are super excited to hear and they are so happy to hear that Katha, but Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he identified and he says, I only heard one word, that money, 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 money. So that's why this place needs to be purified. And then he made the place purified by putting some cow dung and cow urine and nicely wiping it. He was such a kind of personality. And now when Prabhupada goes to him, he says, okay, I will ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and let you know. He says very boldly, and disciple also accepts very boldly. Not that he says, what, you are joking, you will come to Mahaprabhu now. See the faith, see the level of surrender, which is very important. That's why he is Prabhupada. He says, okay. When he went again and he asked, so did you speak to Mahaprabhu? He said, no, I forgot. Next time. He said, okay. He went back asking, did you ask Mahaprabhu? He said, yes. So, what did he say? He said, you are not good person. You are arrogant. So you should not be initiated. Out. If it was we, first of all, we will not have patience to wait for 12, 13 times. We will go once or twice, like one person. I know one person. 3 times he approached 3 different sadhus for initiation. But due to some reasons, they could not initiate him. 4th time, he did not go anywhere. He just went to Rupa Goswami's Samadhi and gave 1 beads there and took it back and said, from today, Rupa Goswami is my Guru. And it's already maybe I think 15 years or even more that he considered Rupa Goswami as his Guru. And then he is following and he is also inspiring people on that direction only. It's only 3 times. He went not to one person, 3 different persons. I want initiation, can you please bless me? He said, wait. Then after some time he went to other fellow. Whom you are surrendered to. We people are like that, we try and then when we see, oh, this is not happening right now, immediately we switch, we jump to some other place. Where is the faith? We can see in the life of Srila Prabhupada, which is the foundation of everything. If the faith is not strong, if the foundation is not strong, there is no possibility of any spiritual survival. And now Srila Gaur Das Babaji Maharaj, he says, you are so arrogant. He says, you should not be initiated. Immediately he offered pranams, feeling very sad when he was like about to leave. Then Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj called him back and he smeared him with his own food dust, which was next to impossible. And then he initiated him there. Like that, he took shelter of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. And whatever instructions were given by him, he followed word to word. He followed everything, word to word he followed. Like that. So it was his Tirunal Tithi yesterday, which we celebrated in whole Mayapur. In fact, whole world celebrated the festival. Srila Prabhupada, he is so advanced, he is so humble. Sometimes I see if in this generation, if Prabhupada was present, he would have killed Instagram, Facebook, and whatsoever media possible media is there, YouTube, everywhere you would find only him. You would only find him, nothing else. Even though when the nation was in the impression that it is under the control of British, that time he started 4 printing press and he published so many number of publications which was like beyond the count. How active he was. That time the most powerful media was the newspapers and the magazines. Only these things were there, nothing else. There was not even telephones also. Very few, very rarely people would have the phone. There were only telegrams in case if it was like emergency, people would use some telegrams or something, some trunk calls or like that. And there he started a newspaper, Nadya Prakash, it's daily newspaper. And believe me, it's not easy to publish a magazine. It's not so easy. those who are working on the magazine department, maybe to publish a book is bit easy, but if you want to publish a magazine, it's very difficult. And in the time when these things are very difficult, he was publishing daily newspaper and also magazines, Gaudiya, Harmonist, Sajjantoshmi, so many magazines, and then the daily newspapers, Bhagavad Press, what not, like that. He was very active in publishing. He would believe in Brihad Mirdanga. And then also he would believe in one thing about spreading the holy name all over the world. He has such a broad vision, broad mindset, broad idea. We are like, we people are like niyamagraha. Over imposition of rules or completely giving up of rules. Both are wrong. We should not give up all the rules and regulations which are prescribed. At the same time, we should not overimpose them. We should be wise enough to understand which is important, which is not important, and to what extent it is important and all. Prabhupada, he knows very well. That makes a lot of difference. These are the things which helps a general sadhak to understand and to progress in the spiritual life. Prabhupada, when he sent Srila Bhakti Hridaya Van Goswami Maharaj, he sent Srila Bhakti Hridaya Van Goswami Maharaj to Western countries for preaching. And then he purchased nice dress and also expensive shoes for him. And then giving the instruction, tell Van Goswami Maharaj to wear them and then see me. Because he would hesitate to use those shoes. Or he says, tell him that to wear it and then come to me. And then Van Goswami Maharaj, when he came and he offered pranams to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, he was like feeling so happy. Not because he was wearing those shoes, but because that he is the one who has now he has given a different shape to the word renunciation. What is renunciation? It's not about to give up everything. Prabhu kahe satyayi bhikshu kavachan mukunda sevana vrata karya nirdhara. To accept each and everything for the service of Lord Mukunda is sannyas, is renunciation. One is renunciation, is karma sannyas, which means karma sannyas means to give up everything, whatever is there. But here it's not like give up. The word sannyas itself means to accept everything. The word sannyas itself means to give up everything. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught Prabhu kahe sati bhikshu kavachan mukunda sevana vrata karana nirdhara. A person taking the vow of serving Lord Mukunda by all possible ways is the true meaning of renunciation. Now for the service of the Lord, for the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if he has to dress up this way, which is not generally recommended for a renunciate to accept, but still Prabhupada made him do that. Because the idea is not to give up everything, the idea is to accept. Anukulyena Krishnam. Whatever is favorable, whatever is needed for the service of the Lord, under the pure shelter of Srimati Radharani, has to be accepted. Like that, Prabhupada had that kind of vision which he made possible through all his associates. through his personal associates. At the same time, one who has his personal interest, he would chastise them and then he would make them quiet. When someone saw that one Goswami Maharaj, he is like dressing very expensive shoes and then clothes. Then one more devotee, he brought shoes for him also, which is not even 5 rupees. Like very cheap, comparing to the shoes which one Goswami Maharaj wore. Prabhupada got angry on him. And he says, remove them. Why? Because everything is accepted only for the service of the Lord, nothing for our own pleasure. Nothing for our own pleasure, no? And Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, whenever he used to go to the ghat, to these boatmen, he would just give the money like this. So someone complained it to Srila Prabhupada. Someone complained it saying that Keshav Goswami Maharaj does like this. Prabhupada said, when he was at home, he used to spend huge amount of money daily. Because he is coming from a very rich family. So he would spend so much money. And today how much he is spending? As comparing to the what he was spending from in his home? Very little. And when you are at home, how much you used to spend? He hardly have any money in the home. So he would spend very little. And today what you are doing, how much you are spending today? So who is actually wasting the money? You understand? The way he sees, the way he speaks, everything is totally different. It's not like an ordinary person. And also he knows what Srila Keshav Goswami Maharaj is doing. Because when you are in Navadvip, you should have good relations with the people around you. If not, it can be a problem sometimes. Now, everywhere it's safe because you have big compound walls and all, everything. But during the time of Srila Prabhupada, they hardly had any money, even to make compound walls also. Mayapur Chaitanya Math was so big. It's huge actually. So much of land was later sold and now it became small. But before it was very big. And to make a compound to the whole area, it's not so easy, It needs so much of money. And people here are very crazy. If you don't protect your borders, there is a possibility that they will steal your land. They would steal your land and they would do anything. It happened many times. Even today also I think it happens in some places. If you don't pay attention to your land, in one night they will put some bamboos and then they will make some tin shed and then it's gone. And you have to fight court cases and all again. He was maintaining very good relation with the local people so that there won't be any disturbance for the mud and mud activities. And Prabhupada sees all these things. And then he would always encourage his disciple in that direction only. He sees, he is so compassionate, One time in Chaitanya Math, one person came and he tried to steal jackfruit. He jumped inside the compound and then he tried to steal the jackfruit and the brahmacharis, they caught him. And they brought him to Srila Prabhupada. He was there in Chaitanya Math that time. They brought him there. What should be done? Prabhupada says, what did he do? They said, he has stolen this jackfruit. Okay, do one thing, bring some rice and dal and some other sabji, some oil and all that. He said, why? He said, how will he eat only jackfruit? How will he eat only jackfruit? If he will just take only one jackfruit, how will he survive? Give some rice and potato, dal, some, and then make a big bag and give it to him. Prabhupada has this broad, big heart and very bold also, and also his way of thinking is totally different. Not everyone can think like that. Prabhupada, when he started Navadvip Dham Parikrama, when he went to Navadvip, there in Praudamaya temple, near Praudamaya temple, the local Jat Gosai and all other people, they started throwing thrones on Prabhupada and his associates. They were like, there was a big elephant, and then the deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mounted on the elephant, and then it was a big procession with 5,000 people, and then they started throwing stones, because they are like afraid now, because they claim that Navadvip is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj revealed that no, Yogapit is actually the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now when they saw, they immediately started beating with stones. And then Srila Keshav Goswami Maharaj, he was wearing the clothes of Srila Prabhupada, and then he was standing there because they both looked very much similar. And then he was taken back to the mud. And Paramananda Prabhu, one of the sevaks of Srila Prabhupada, he went to the police station and made complaint and all. When the police came and asking Srila Prabhupada, do you suspect someone? He says no. So you want to make any police complaint? He says no. Everyone told him, if you do that, don't do that, they may create problem. And again, Prabhupada, of course, he is very humble, very simple, so that's a different story. But the thing is, what is his way of seeing things? He says, till today, very few people they know about Navadvip Dham Parikrama. And now, the whole world came to know about Navadvip Dham Parikrama. How wise that a person is who has the presence of mind to keep things in harmony, as well as to use whatever possible way possible for the service of the Lord. That's very important. You should know at what time how to react. Many times we react very badly and then the result comes very bad. Sometimes things go wrong in our life. They are non-devotees, they are like the people, those who are Jat Gosai and all other people, Vijati people. But at times we have such problems within our circle, among the devotees. Then we get so disturbed. Like Prabhupada is teaching, no, don't be. So these are so many things we have to understand and learn from his life. After chanting so much of Harinam, yesterday one of my small child came to me and saying that I feel like, if I chant I should see the results. What happened?
Nothing.
You want to close them? Close the
No,
door.
it's okay.
Go. Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki.
Yeah,
Stay here.
Do it fast.
Game over. No, I just want to check.
So, yesterday, one small child came to me asking something about chanting of Harinam, saying that if I chant Harinam, I should see some results. Prabhupada chanted 100 crores of Harinam, not one or two. Shatakoti Nam Yajna. Almost like 3 lakh names every day. If we are chanting 16 rounds, if we are chanting 16 rounds, it's around 25,000, 25,000 names of the Lord. 16 rounds. And he chanted 300,000 names of the Lord every day for almost 10 to 11 years. 10 to 11 years, not 1 or 2 days. And also he was eating on the stone directly, like we call go grass. It's not easy to kneel down and then put your hands like this and then eat. It's a kind of austerity, tapasya. And Prabhupada did that. And also he chanted 100 crores of Harinam, which is not so easy and not possible for so many people to do even. And after that also, Srila Prabhupada, what he does, he is singing one Kirtan. At the end of his life, at the end of his final pastimes, he was singing this Kirtan, he is making the devotees sing, Tuhu daya sagar tarai te prani, naam anek tuva sikhauli. It's like the second verse of Shikshashtakam. Naam naam kari bahuda nija sarva shakti statra arpita niyamita smaranena kari. And he was like, Nahi janam milo nami anurag more. I am unable to develop the taste for the holy name, attachment for the holy name. Bhakati vinoda chitta dukke vibhor, crying and beating his own head. He taught us, he taught us like, what you are chanting, what I am chanting, what we all are chanting. No. You should have the taste for chanting the holy name more and more and more. Chant, which is very important. Even though once he has chanted, Panchatattva appeared in front of him. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, whole Guru Parampara appeared in front of him and instructed him to preach. It's not his own initiative, it was the divine arrangement, it was the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself that you should now preach. He said, how? It is not possible because I have no money, I have no people, nothing. They said, we will send everything to you. And then everything came to Srila Prabhupada. Everything came to Srila Prabhupada by itself. And see, that's why Prabhupada would always offer pranam to his disciples also. Prabhupada always did pranams to his disciples and always would address everyone as Prabhu with respect, because he knows that everyone who came to me are the persons who are inspired by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are not here because I am preaching, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. Mahaprabhu has sent them to me. That's why he would address everyone as Prabhu with respect. And in fact, I even heard from some senior Vaishnavas that Prabhupada disciples would offer him pranam when he was on the other direction, like he was facing somewhere else. Because if Prabhupada sees them offering pranams, immediately he would also offer pranam, which is not easy. Which is not easy. So many people come to you and when they offer pranams, your back will be broken like you do so many times. Practically not possible. For the people, they are making 1 or 2 pranams, but if you have to answer them the same way they do, like for so many people, if you have to offer them back, it's not so easy. But Prabhupada would answer everyone with pranam only. One of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, he was praying Srila Prabhupada when such day will come that when I offer him pranams, instead of offering pranams in return, Prabhupada will bless me like this and give me his shelter. I am waiting for that day. Everyone was sent by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he would believe this, he would live up to it. Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj told him that never make disciples, so he made all his gurus. Even though by giving the mantra to accept someone as guru is not an easy thing. Only Prabhupada can do that. That's what everyone has to learn. Every disciple, every guru, everyone has to learn from Srila Prabhupada. How we have to live, how we have to survive in our sadhana. Like these are the basic things. I'm not talking about any siddhantas which he has like Rupanuga Viruddha, Apasiddhanta, Dhanta Harani, all those things we are not discussing. What he preached and all. But the thing is, the basic things, the etiquettes and the way of life which a sadhak has to live was amazingly taught by Srila Prabhupada through his own conduct. He was such an inspiring personality for many, even though those who are not initiated by him. Like that. One time, Srila Prabhupada and his associates, they went to Champahati so that they can check where they can arrange for the feast during Navadvip Dham Parikrama. So they found one nice place and then finally they all decided, okay, now we'll arrange here. That same night, from someone's place, so many utensils, they all were stolen. They started to make police complaints on Srila Prabhupada saying that Prabhupada came and then all these things happened. It's like Prabhupada came to make some plan and all. He has stolen everything. And there was police case against him. So same day, one person, he was a very rich landlord. He sent his assistant, his name was Paul Chaudhary. He sent his assistant saying that you go and make a police complaint saying that we lost our tank. Tank is pond, big thing, like kund. But it's not kund. Kund is a sacred place. It's like, what you call pukur here. Pukur, okay? So we lost our pukur. The policeman, he says, why do you joke with us? If it was normal person, they would have beaten him. But he is such a landlord, the police also can't say anything. They said, why do you make such jokes here? He said, I'm not joking. It's a serious complaint, register complaint saying that we lost our pukur. He said, but how it is possible that pukur can be stolen? He said, the way pukur can't be stolen, it's impossible. In the same way, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, if he steals something, that is also same next to impossible. He says that it is next to impossible. He is he. And then when his identity was revealed, they were like shocked, and the village people are so ashamed. Then they gave land to him, and now the temple which you see in Champahat, which is under Chaitanya Math, was constructed there. They made a temple there after that. So Prabhupada was such a kind of personality who taught us through his conduct so many things. And also he is very amazingly, he has a kind of nature that he would engage everyone in the seva the way they like, the way they desire. Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he was very fond of Sri Rupa Goswami and his teachings, and that's why Srila Prabhupada made Sridhar Goswami Maharaj sing Sri Rupa Manjari Pada at the time of his disappearance. And also the way he sees things, when in the Sarbog, there is one place in Assam, Sarbog, there Prabhupada is about to install the deities. He told disciples to make arrangements, and Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he decorated the deities, he did everything, and then he offered tulsi leaves also, and then the altar is closed. When Prabhupada went inside the altar, he sees, and then he did pranams and he said, deity is already installed. Deity is already installed. I have nothing to do now. And then when they all were so sad, Sridhar Goswami Maharaj was so scared that what to do now. Then when they approached Srila Prabhupada, he was talking about what a Sharanagat devotee is, a devotee who is fully surrendered. There is no possibility of any mistakes committed by that person. Prabhupada, he sees Sridhar Goswami Maharaj is so surrendered devotee that he did it, and he sees that the Lord already appeared there. It's not like, oh, I am supposed to do this and what you have done and this, that, nothing like. His vision is totally different. He sees how it happens, how it works, what is the mood. Even though if he chastises, there was one devotee, his name was Srila Ashram Maharaj. He told our Param Gurudev that you please go and tell Srila Prabhupada that the seva which was given to the other devotee, he did not do anything. So we had so many problems, so this should be known to Srila Prabhupada. When Param Gurudev came to say this to Srila Prabhupada chastised very heavily, saying what he was saying, don't complain. Always remember, whatever seva is there, it is all yours. If someone does it, thankful to him. If they don't, then remember it is your seva, not their seva. Whatever seva is there in relation with Sri Guru and the Lord, it is all mine. Means, Prabhupada says, you can't distribute. Everyone has to come forward voluntarily to serve. Distribution means it's like giving some responsibility by force. My own place, my Gurudev, why would I not do it? Why would I not do it by myself? And Prabhupada was instructing this to our Param Gurudev in his teaching that always remember whatever seva is there, it is all yours. You have to do it, and if someone helps you, always feel thankful to the person. You should be thankful to the person. And this is what one thing which I could see in our Gurudev. Like Prabhupada, we hear about Prabhupada, but in our Gurudev we have seen all those people, those who served our Param Gurudev. I have seen Srila Gurudev was thankful to them for his whole life, because this was our seva, but you did a lot for our Gurudev, and Gurudev would feel thankful to those people. All that. Not only his god brothers, not only the initiated devotees, those who are not even initiated, those who are living a karmi life, but still Gurudev would thank them all the time. Many years ago, someone helped our Param Gurudev in Hyderabad, and later when Srila Gurudev went to Bangalore for the first time in 2003, he called me and he said, I heard that person, he lives in Bangalore. Can you find out where is he? And it's already more than 30-40 years that they all were separated and they went to Bangalore, and Gurudev never went to Bangalore. So there was no question of any meeting after that. But Gurudev remembered, and then he asked me. I somehow called here and there and found that person, his address. I requested him that Gurudev wants to see you. He came and he was not even initiated. And because almost for 30-40 years he is out of association with sadhus, but only because he served our Gurudev, Param Gurudev, I have seen him how affectionately talking to him, giving him prasad, talking all those things. Like that. Prabhupada said this to his disciples, our Param Gurudev especially. You should feel indebted to the person who helps you in the service of Guru Vaishnavas. But mainly it is your seva. Like that. So anyhow, there are so many such things on daily basis. You know, we go anywhere, people generally go here and there and then eat whatever they are offered. And sometimes people like us, they go and accept pranamis also easily. But Prabhupada, he exhibited such a pastime where he says, if you haven't given anything, you have no right to accept anything. This is very important for all those people, those who are brahmacharis, sannyasis, even grihastha preachers, those who go out and accept donations, or vanaprasthis, anyone. If you are going out somewhere and then someone offers you something, what is that which you have given them in return? Srila Prabhupada, he went to Agartala for one event. And those people, they know about Srila Prabhupada and they did not want to give him any time for speaking Harikatha. There were 3 days program and Prabhupada was waiting for all 3 days and they did not give him any time slot where he can speak some Harikatha. All 3 days Prabhupada only took the tulsi leaf from the prasad and then he would send the whole prasad back. He would not accept anything. When the king who organized the event asked all the servants that did all the hosts, they were happy, all the people, those who came, they all were happy, you could serve them well. This person cried and said, I could not serve him because Swamiji did not eat anything, he only took one tulsi leaf. For 3 days he fasted and then he left from Agartala. The king came to Calcutta and fell on the feet of Srila Prabhupada, invited him separately to Agartala and arranged his own program, and then Prabhupada had a grand event in Agartala. Prabhupada says, I gave you nothing, then how would I take something from there? That's one of the most important and finest lessons taught by Srila Prabhupada. You have no right to accept anything if you could give nothing to the person who is in front of you. Our Param Gurudev we have seen, like, because our Acharyas conduct is seen through our Guru Vargas only. Our Param Gurudev we have seen, he would carry one silver pot of water wherever he goes. One time one sevak, he just thought I will get some nice cold water, so he just split the whole, he just emptied the pot and then he filled water from some other place. And when Param Gurudev came to know this, he felt very bad. Why? Because this is the reason. He would carry water also from the previous place and then drink only that water unless and until they speak some Harikatha or they do something, some seva there. If you don't do any seva, you have no right to accept anything. It was taught by Srila Prabhupada to his associates. So there are so many such things in the life of Srila Prabhupada. And we are very fortunate that he is our Parameshti Gurudev. And we are in his line and he is under the shelter of his associates. Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki Jai. हुआ? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,